Hello and welcome back. After the Fatherland incident, there is obviously an Abyss reset, and now we have a Gillanan to use for the Abyss reset. I am just gonna include some clips of Abyss. Shockwave. Nice. Pyro damage. Ooh, I know what we're gonna do. We are gonna try a Yanfei team, and we are gonna play Mualani Vape. So I want to try Yanfei on the first half. The problem is we need Yanfei for the final floor because the enemies are Hydro resistant. We could obviously use Gaming here, but I just want to use Yanfei. And I'm just going to use a good burn team. And we're going to go to characters and put Nahida on Prototype Amber. She's currently holding him up Amara for no particular reason. And then for the second half pyro damage bonus, let's just do Gaming. So a serious Gaming team. So I do actually have his best team, which is Sidlali, not Ressa, Sidlali, Yansan, Zanyun, and Gaming. But yeah, we're gonna try Yanfei on every floor because I'm if we make it to floor 12, I'm pretty sure we need her on the second half. So yay, we got C6 Yanfei trying to get Phantasm cons. Now it's actually good. I have no idea how the rotations in this team work. And my Dea, I don't think she's on the correct build right now. At least it's only for now. And obviously, like, my Yanfei has a shield, but it's a bad shield. And Nahida is our healer here. We might actually have to use Baiju on later floors instead of Nahida. But yeah, there is a possibility for those who have seen my Fatherland incidents video that we get the artifacts that we're missing for Gillanan on this floor. A little bit of healing. Yeah, I think we'll be using Baiju for later floors. I will cut this down. Okay, so 10k on Yansan. Yansan is level 70. They made her so busted. At least we build our Gaming. So that is one artifact down. And the good thing is we are also getting artifacts. But yeah. So Pyro. Give everyone Dendro and then do Dea's Burst. I have no idea how the rotation on this team are supposed to work. I will probably try. I have to think who I want to try on the final floor. Because I could do an Emily team where Emily is the DPS and we use Bennett. If I don't need Bennett on the first half. Like, obviously, I'm talking about floor 12, like I'm going to make it through floor 11. But there is a possibility. Yanfei. I need to have some interruption resistance on this girly. At least you see how our EM is doing 400 on the pyro damage bonus, and we don't even have Emily on her EM build. Yeah, I definitely scoffed some of the builds for this floor. I'll have to check all the builds for the next one. So we have time to do this and this. The one thing that they don't tell you when you pull a lot of characters and you're having a lot of fun with the game is that you actually have to practice your characters. At some point I'll probably do like a practice run of all my bow users using an Eon Blight Drake. Somebody suggested that. But yeah, so yay, we get another artifact. Well, it's finale of it's the new artifact set. Oh no. Oh no. But hey, we're getting like 5 heroes widths on each of the first. We are 100 heroes widths behind what we had before. So yeah, we're not getting artifacts for Gillanan in here. Okay, now this is the floor that's going to be difficult with this team. Because obviously we are doing a fair amount of dendro damage against dendro opponents. But let's just pick up some leaves. Technically, in this team, Emily should be putting up the picking up the leaves, because the leaves give bonus EM. There we go. And then the other side. So this is where we're getting our 3-star artifact, our 5-star artifact, so yay. I still have energy issues on this team. Yansan has approximately twice the energy of Zhanyun. So we are getting the bursts. We aren't getting the bursts at the same time. You see how Yansan's burst is still on cooldown. So we're just going to do Sitlali's burst, and now we can do this. So you're supposed to get this on every rotation, but my Yansan has 200 ER, and my Zanyun doesn't. So I don't get Zanyun's burst on every rotation. I do have her on a signature, so the energy problems are going to go away in the future, but for that I need to level a lot. Okay, so we are getting 20k on each. So, Night Soul's Blessing. So we just make 2 Natlan teams here. We're gonna put Moalani, Secret Source Automaton. We're gonna put Navia on the second half. So this is where you get to see my Yelan team. Are we putting Bennett or Yelan is the question. We're putting Yelan. I want to try it. My Yelan is unbuilt too. So we have Navia and we have Yelan. This pile of shame down here are the supports that I need to level when I've got all my pre-farming done. I want to have like a baseline of things. We might use Dea because she's actually leveled, and we will check her build before we do this, and then we'll just put in Farina. And then the first half we will do a Moalani team, and we'll do Moalani Freeze. It's actually a really fun team, I really like it. So Moalani Freeze, you just need a second Hydro character so things don't go wrong. I like using Mona here, but you could be using, if you want a healer, you use Babra. So you use Babra, then you use Kazuha, then you use Sitlali, and then you use Moalani. So I will just walk through the builds real quick. I should have done this on the previous floor, but just to go. So Moalani surfs up, level 80, 39,000 HP, C0, 4-piece codex, 8 at 8. I did not level her normal, I didn't realize it was useless. Farina, we're using her here, 80, she's on a Flip Cendre, she's on 4-piece Golden Troop, her talents are 355. Then we are using Babra and Kazuha. So my Babra is 644 because she's technically on a DPS build, supposed to be on a DPS build. 21,000 HP, but 90 Ashgrave and Drinking Horn. 4-piece Maiden. I do have a DPS set on her on Nymph Stream. Babra is going to be a Maiden set, and my Babra is C1. Cannot wait for her to be on a banner again. Kazuha, 70 out of 80. Currently on Kagotsurubi Ishin. He's on 4-piece Viridescent, he's C0 and his talents are 254. Now for the other side, we are using Geo. So we have Navia. I love Navia, my Navia isn't very well built. 1,300, 38.7 over 100 and 11.9. She's on an R2 Verdict. Nighttime Whispers, C0 and her talents are 455. And my Jilin is incredibly underleveled. I just got her level 60, 852 defense, Freedom Thorn, 2-piece Wonder, 2-piece Scroll of Synchronicity, talents 244. And then who else are we using here? We are using Dea and Farina. So I've already shown Farina, so we need to show Dea and Sitlali. So, Sitlali. My Sitlali has 297 EM because I just don't have time to level her. She's on a level 70 Wandering Evening Star, 2-piece scroll, 4-piece scroll, C0, and her talents are 222. And my Dea. So here's where we check if she has the right weapon. She's on 315 EM. She is on the wrong weapon. So her and Kave share their weapons. So she's supposed to be on a Makahira Marine, which is completely underleveled. So now she's on a nice 400 EM. She's on 4-piece Paradise Lost. We're not using Pyro here, so what we need to do is we need to yoink Candace artifacts. Where is Gilded? Usually it's okay to have on Paradise Lost on a Hurrium build, but we are crystallizing, not Gilded Dreams there. So we are just gonna steal Kave's artifacts. It's a shame. I do need 2 strongbox for them. They should have each their own artifact. We also need an EM goblet, but we'll yoink that in a second. So he has a crit rate circlet. The stats here are complete garbage, but we try. So EM goblet, I think the one I have is on... no, we don't need any of these. We need this. I have one on Nahida, but we'll just grab this one. So this is how Dea is in this. It's so messy. I need more artifacts. I just don't have the time or the resin to farm them. My Dea is C1, which changes how you play her a lot, and she's on 354. So let's try this. This is gonna get so messy. And then we still have to do floor 11. Oh my god. This is what you get for clowning. Absolute clownery. So yeah. So I really like using Kazo and Sitlali together because you freeze everyone and then you group them. Enemies are level 80, that's okay. So, and we have messed up. Okay, that should be 3 stacks. And it should hit everyone. Yes, it does. And boom, that should be it when the... yes. Mualani, like, they said they were gonna fix her kit. The targeting is still a choice. So we don't really use Deus Burst here, we just do this. And this, we have interruption resistance now, and now we just crystallize. This is where I would really like Archaic Petra on Jillian. I know it's like percent-wise a DPS loss, but I just think the reaction damage would add up so much. Did the crocodile just tank the hit? Yeah, again, I don't see us ever using Deus Burst here. I just don't see when it would take too much time. Ah, this half is gonna be messy. My Navia used to have like a really good team setup and everything, and then new bosses came and I pretty much, the most she's ever dealt was like 70,000, and then I got Mualani and Mualani hit like 300,000. Oh, we got EM. More crystallized damage. Let's go. EM is completely useless for freeze, but I'm just happy we're gonna crystallize more. Okay, here. You gotta hit everyone before you do the Sharky Bite, otherwise this happens. Like, you see the little one didn't get hit. Okay, we just need to be as fast as possible here. because the second half is going to struggle. I don't even want to know how this is going to go on other floors. If they give us animal damage, I might just try Faruzan DPS. It is a team I have. It is a very fun team. I'm not going to use Kazu's Burst here, so we have it for the next floor. And that should be enough. Yeah. This is very rambly, but think of it as a VOD, even though I'm not streaming during the holidays. Okay, that was 5,000. The good thing with Gilon that I've noticed, I think we can use Dea's Burst while we have Navia's Burst active. And then quick swap, yeah. Oh, I like that. So obviously Navia didn't crit here because my Navia has like no crit rate. But this is a problem for future me. Navia's Burst is back. At least one thing this team doesn't have trouble with is energy recharge. I love Navia's voice lines though. She's genuinely one of my favorite characters. Let's go, Dea. Ooh, maybe the rotation is better than I thought. This is obviously completely messy. Again, I play for lore and exploration. I just finished Inazuma exploration. Like, I was really happy. This is a completely useless buff, but it is what it is. We just have to clear in 7 minutes. Okay, this should hit as many as possible. But yeah, I just finished Inazuma exploration, and I am 90% done with Enkanomiya, which has been super fun. I've been using Veresa Crystallize and like different Crystallize teams and different Veresa teams to go through Enkanomiya. I will link it in the comments below, but one of my favorite YouTube videos this year has been that Soluna came up with a way to use Prototype Amber and Maiden Beloved on a DPS Veresa, because you're on-field healing, but still dealing enough damage. It is so fun. I tried it. I love it. I am going to use Jilonen for this team, which is part of why I'm not sad that I got her. I'm obviously worried about my 5.6 pulls, but we'll just grind. So now we switch to Dea, and Farina, and Jilonen. Oh, the guy has a Night Soul meter. I never knew that. And this is where I love Crystallize, because we've got so much EM on our team that our shields hold like we are actually having a shielder with us. And we missed. This is what happens when you bench a character after a new region drops. I love my Navia. She is so fun. I love her lore. I have not really played her since Nutland dropped. This is where we use Dea to crystallize a little bit, and use Jilonen again. Night Soul meter is full. And where we actually have to aim. Boom! 3 stars. Nice. Cryo damage bonus. Okay, so here is the problem. I did not pull for okay, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna play DPS Layla in her best in slot team. So we need to switch Layla's build, and then we'll do Mualani freeze on the first half. So Babra, Kazuha, Sidlali, and Mualani. I think Sidlali is going to be my most used character as a best. So I am really excited about this. I only need to show you Bennett. So Layla, what we do is we switch Sisyphus Mona to Calamity of Eshu. We switch her artifacts. So at the moment we have in Cryo. I like this. We keep those artifacts. She has less DPS, so at the moment she's on only 57 crit damage, but she's gonna crit 50. She's on almost. So with the artifacts that she has, she gets 40% extra crit damage from Shenhe, I think. She gets extra crit damage from Shenhe, so we're at almost 100% crit damage. What I might just do, artifacts, can we off-piece? Let me do something. So what we're gonna do, Shenhe has the flower. This is the problem. I don't have a level Blizzard Strayer flower. Otherwise, I would say, wait, Nilu still has this one. So what we do is boom, boom. So we now have 3-piece Blizzard Strayer, which means we can give her an off-piece crit damage circlet. So this is actually hers. This is from her DPS set. So we give her an off-piece crit damage circlet, which means she is now on 40 over 112. That is much better because Shenhe, as you can see here, is on 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, which gives 40% crit rate to frozen enemies, and we're going to freeze people here. Shenhe is also on the Fatlands. In terms of artifacts, we can actually give her the crit circlet now, meaning that Shenhe has 54% crit rate. Crit damage, I would like to have more on her, it's not that necessary. And my Shenhe has talent 111. We will not fix that here because we need the Mora. My Layla has talent 797, and I'm actually really looking forward. I will be triple crowning her. I will be crowning her skill in 5.6 after we've done our pre-farming. And then just from a Bennett, Bennett is on a Fav sword. He does not have crit, the Fav sword is just for the ER. He's on 4-piece Noblesse and C6. It's important that he's C6. We need C6 Bennett for this one. But we will try this in this order. I think Mualani is better for the first half because it is an AoE half. And burst damage, max HP. Excellent. Ah, this is going to be so fun. I might just fail because... Okay. I hope we got everyone in here. We didn't. But that is everyone. They're too close. Okay, we have 8 out of... Okay, we need to... So stressful. I love freeze teams. The problem is all my cryo DPSs are unbuilt except Layla, and obviously Layla is like not designed to be a DPS, and I'm missing constellations on my Layla. But hopefully with Snushnaya, I will have time to A, get more cryo DPSs, and B, build my Shongyun and my Fremine. That was 133,000. Let's go. I have never had so much HP. Okay, how many enemies are we getting? 3. Yeah, so very easy team. You drop everyone's bursts, and then this is very circle impact, so we need the guy to come over before Bennett's circle goes away. And then we just attack, and it's DPS Layla, and I love her so much. And you're losing shield strength because you're not playing double Hydro. You can use a Hydro healer, but I just don't have Kokomi, and you would need Kokomi for it to make sense to have a healer, because with Layla on field you need your other DPS to be completely off field. It is a silly little team. I love it very much. Layla is my favorite character in the entire game. And that costs us like 20% of our HP. So we're gonna melt this, we're gonna Shenhe, we're gonna put down Bennett's burst, we're gonna Shenhe, we're gonna Layla, and now we just attack with Layla. The most I've ever done here was 11k on an attack when Layla was having a theater bonus. So obviously this team can escalate. Let's go. And boom. That's a 5k on a non-crit melt. Yeah, so what is nice is because you've got Layla with her burst active, you're doing both reverse and forward melts. And it just varies. Oh, Benny almost went there. Benny, we need you for the rest of this floor. Let's go. That is the first time ever I've gotten 3 stars on a defense half in Abyss. I am really happy. Next, max HP. We always want max HP because both Layla and Molani are HP scaling. Oh, those are... So, this is yikes. So those are, oh my god. DPS Sidlali incoming. I forgot that these are Hydro Slimes. So both Kazuha and Molani just can do nothing against them. We should have switched the halves. I think Layla would have failed miserably on the first half. Yeah, this is bad. We just have to ignore the Pyro Slimes and just have them as like sideways casualties. At least when they're frozen we can do fist damage. Oh. Please no more Hydro Slimes. Ah! We only need to deal under 5 minutes. I think Layla's gonna have a good time on part 2. But holy hell. Suddenly half of our team is useless. This is why you pay attention and don't just say, hey, AoE enemies, I'm gonna take my freeze team. One thing that's also funny is like nobody on this is on Blizzard Strayer. It would be better to have Sidla because since Molani is an outline character, you can actually take full benefit of yeah, so like the Pyro Slimes no problem, the Hydro Slimes not so much. We're like halfway done. Oh my god, this is bad. We're gonna lose all our stars here. So let this be your lesson to actually read what's gonna be in the Abyss floor. I'm not restarting. Like if we lose the stars here, I'll restart on my own on another day. I don't like doing Abyss multiple times. At least Solali is doing damage. Barbara, we need some healing. It is generally Hydro Slimes every time. Wait, there's only Pyro Slimes left now, yes? No, there's 2 Hydro Slimes and then we have a minute on the other half. Layla's got this, but holy hell, this was horrible. Oh my god. Why did I do this? Because we need Molani for... Okay. How many opponents do we have here? 3. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Not in a minute. I know I should have trust in my Layla, and I love her a lot, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Bennett? Also, Bennett, you need to heal. So Bennett, just stay here for a second. Thank you. Layla, go go back into the circle. We have 1 minute. Not a chance in hell. Ah, shame. What a shame. We could have easily done this if we had taken, like, Moalani Virgin. With cryo. Okay, we have 45 seconds and 2 opponents left, yeah, no. Hey, we'll get 3 stars in the first half. Okay, Bennett has ended his own cooldown. Excellent. This is such a dumb reason to use stars. I just don't want to repeat the floor. I'll do it at a later point. It's fine. Let's at least make sure we get the 2 stars. And a Consecrated Beast. And now we're gonna beat it in like not so long seconds. And it'll be really sad because we could have gotten the stars if we had just had a different team on the first half. Like, this is not Layla's fault. This is me bringing double Hydro on the first half when there's Hydro Slimes. I will keep all of this in the video. I'm not cutting this down. I think you should get an authentic experience of how it is when you do everything for lore and then only just started building your characters. But we are actually gonna get 2 stars here. Yeah. So yeah, Layla only needed 2 minutes for her half. Let's not talk about how long Moalani needed. Well, Sitlali did. Ooh, we got more quick rate. So, and we freeze everyone, and now we can use Moalani again. 60. They really said AoE or bust. Where is everyone? We are not gonna get 7 minutes here, not a chance. It's just too many. 60 opponents on floor 11. I never want to hear people complain that the endgame isn't hard enough. The problem here is that Layla isn't going to be able to clear the second half in less than a minute. No matter how many opponents we have there. And I can't switch the halves around because Layla is very much circle impact. Let's see if we can get at least 2 stars, that would be nice. And like, we still get our rewards, we just get less primos, which obviously isn't great because we need to replenish the 30 pulls that were taken out of the Escoffier funds to clown on Gillen's banner. And there go our possibility of 3 stars. Enemies. There we go. Okay, now we have 2 minutes to keep our 2 stars. As long as we get 1 star here, we still get full bonuses. Okay, this lady. Where is she? Oh no, we suspended her. We have 3 opponents again. This could get too tight for 2 stars even. At least none of it was Layla's fault. Nah, it's nobody's fault. Like, it's just the limitations of my account. I have a choice. I can either build the characters I have or save for Ifa and Escoffier and then build all my characters after, and I have decided to do the second. Because I don't want a situation like with Mizuki and Zhao, where they are stuck at level 60. Okay, come to the circle, lads. I promise you it's nice here. Please for using cryo. Oh, Benny. Oh, Benny. Buddy, you're being a tad aggressive. With Shenhe's burst, Shenhe's skill. Oh, we've got Bennett's burst. Big. We've got all the bursts. That's the other thing. Shenhe and Bennett are not ER aligned. My Shenhe actually has ER. My Bennett doesn't really. 16 seconds. We are not gonna make it. Yeah, we're not gonna make this. But we've tried, and we still get the same amount of primos, because it's primos per 3 stars you get, not per star. So as long as we get that last star, we get our primos. We almost lost Benny there. That was tight. Also, Farina is like the MVP of this team. This team does not function without Farina. Let's just heal Bennett for a second. Come in, come here, come to the circle. It's okay, we're all friends here. Okay, we've got Shenna's burst active. We've got Farina's little friends. Buddy, come to the circle. And there we go. Oh, that was stressful. But we got our star. Next. So we have elemental skill geo damage and an elemental skill cryo damage. We don't have anyone for elemental skill cryo damage. So we might just do Layla again. Yeah, we'll do Layla again. So we will do Layla, Bennett, Shenhe, and Farina. We'll do it in this order. Then first half, here comes the thing. We have a Hydrotulpa. And the secret says, so we need Gilonen and Navia. And now we need some supports that will get us through here. I am considering Toma and Kazuha, because Gilonen is healing. She's not healing a lot, but she's healing. So we put Kazuha. We put Toma. We need the pyro application. The problem is we're using both Bennett and Farina on the first half. So let's just do Toma and Sitlali and see how it works. I will just try this once. Like last time I didn't get through the floor, so I didn't even get through the first chamber. We're just trying this, then we're picking up our rewards. I'm going to show you what's inside, and then I'm going to go back to artifact farming because, okay, elemental skill damage. Okay, because what we do here is boom, boom, boom. And now at least we have the swirl applied. We have a shield. My go-to to fight the Hydrotopper is actually Alhaitham. Yeah, we might do Toma instead. I do have a moderately built Toma. Did we even heal there? Navia also has like no HP, which is worrisome. But this time we might actually beat the boss. We will probably just lose Navia in the process. Yeah, we need Bennett here. We can't take Bennett and Farina out of the other team. Yeah. Okay, let's reconfigure once. We reconfigure once, but we do not reconfigure twice. I am not gonna experiment around here with how we solve this. So it is, we need to melt at the beginning, and we need to apply our Hydro before we do anything. So it's first of all Dea. How could I forget about her? Navia. Now who do we take? Chi-Chi. I use Chi-Chi with Navia a lot. I really like Chi-Chi for crystallized teams. She's got some nice off-field cryo application. We would have been better to have a shielder here. I just don't have any good shielders left. Like, ideally what I would have is I would have a cryo DPS I could use on the second half. And then I would have Layla as a shielder in my Navia team. And now we Dea Burst. And we Jilon on skill. And we Chi-Chi. And now we actually always have to crystallize shields. And we Dea. We do not have enough ER on this team, like, at all. Not even close. Okay. This is actually moderately working. I will try again with a different shield. I'm just trying to think who. We could put Sitlali again and just use Dea instead of Kazuha and try that. But my Sitlali... Lanyan! No. We're not using an animal shield with Navia. Absolutely not. What are we going to crystallize with an animal shield? Like, technically I have enough shielders, but practically we can't use Candace. Okay, we're actually healing now, that is good. Let's just get rid of the baby there. And Dea is just gonna tank a lot because she has like twice the HP Navia has. Chi-Chi whenever we can. My Chi-Chi is on her Narcissus blade. I really like that for her. I actually did that for Abyss because I used to play Chi-Chi, Ningguang, Chlorinde and Navia as a like DPS with Chlorinde while Navia's burst is active, and then just nuke with Navia. And there goes Jillian. Yeah, okay. We do not have a team for this Abyss. But yeah, the team is really fun. So obviously nowadays I'd be using Jillian, but what it is Chi-Chi, Navia, So we get our primogens here and our mora, most importantly, so we get 60,000 mora. So let's see our bounties. Which artifacts do we get? We're just gonna open everything. So we got 1 flower with double death, 1 attack circlet, and 1 death goblet. Let's go. And then here, couple of artifacts. None of these will be used. But yeah, this was the Abyss following the Farazan incident. I will be continuing to try to pre-farm for Escoffier, and I really hope that losing these 30 pulls does not lose me Escoffier.